From Journey with VRD, you're listening to the Visions, Missions, and Manifestations podcast, the number one place for spirituality, healing, and transcendence. I'm your host, Vivian Raquel Dayan. Now let's get into it. So today's episode is so much fun. We have Frieda and Michelle from Roots Remedies on the podcast with us today. I'm so excited because this was a manifestation come through. I'm also so excited because this episode marks the season finale of season 2 of the Visions, Missions, and Manifestations podcast, which I think is bittersweet. I mean, it's surreal. I remember when I came out with the very first episode of season 1, what was it, like over a year ago. I remember when it came out and I was just in a very different place in my life. I had just gone back from the first Sedona trip and the first Sedona retreat. And it was like 6 a.m. in the morning in the midst of February. The air was crisp, the light came in, and I just felt from the sun, and I just really felt so accomplished. I'm like, wow, I manifested it. And now today, like a whole year later, a year and a half later, like season 2 is donezo. I have to look back at the year from when the first episode of season 2 came out, and holy shit, the things I manifested. I got engaged. Guys, I'm getting married in like 4 days. 4 days. What? I manifested my dream apartment. I manifested the Sedona retreat that we went on this year, which was incredible back in February 25. The retreat that we're going on in Miami, the manifestation luxury retreat in Miami that we're going on in October. If you haven't signed up yet, I think we have like one spot left at the time of recording. It's in Miami. We'll be manifesting our lives in luxury. It's a rebirth, it's a renew. So that's going to be incredible. And if you're interested in that, I'll put the link in the show notes on how to apply. But I'm literally on cloud nine. I don't know if you can see it. I know I have absolutely no makeup on. It's just one of those days where I've seen client after client. But I know technically it's not my manifestation, it's my clients' manifestations, but my clients have been manifesting the shit out of their lives. When I tell you, they've manifested going through the dating protocol, they're starting to date men, like quality guys. They're dating, they are building businesses. People in the How to Do Business with the Universe program are literally making money within a week of being in the program, which is so, so surreal. I'm really happy about it. Then we have people this year have come off of antidepressants, anti-anxiety medication. So there's just been really an incredible amount of manifesting happening. People manifesting their dream homes, children, like births, like pregnancies, people manifesting new friendships, trips, vacations that they never thought that they'd be able to go on. And I just feel so grateful, so thankful for all the work that we've all done this year. There's so much more to come. I cannot wait for season 3 to come out at the end of September, which is going to be so cool in of itself. We've already started to record and edit episodes for season 3. We have Grace from How to Go Freelance. You guys might know her from To Be Magnetic coming on. We have Inez from the Code Atelier coming on. We recorded with her, and just so many incredible women. And I'm really excited for you all to just expand with us and grow with us. Journey with VRD in of itself is growing. We not only are hiring our full-time assistant, so if you are interested in working at Journey with VRD, please, please, please message us at manifest@journeywithvrd.com. We're looking to hire full-time. We're also we're actually working on a really cool membership. If you're not already part of the Secret Society membership, you're going to want to join now because we are creating an entire internal platform for the membership where you're going to be able to track your manifestations on the Journey with VRD platform, which is pretty cool. It's like your virtual journal for manifesting, all tied onto our website. So if you're not a member, I will put the link to become one in the show notes. And yeah, I'm really excited for this episode. So tune in and let us know below, comment what you think of it and who you'd like for us to have on season 3, because we still have guests that we are signing on. So let me know that, and I will pick out of a hat at the end of Friday, at the end of the week. So the following Friday after this airs. I mean, like I'll put everybody who leaves us a review on the podcast, whether you're listening on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, or Spotify. If you leave us a review, you'll be entered to win a free coaching session with Journey with VRT. Whoop, whoop. And last but not least, we have a really special gift for you all from the Roots and Remedies team. The gift that they are giving you all is 15% off online and in stores. If you want to go online, it's rootsandremedies.com. I will link their website to the show notes, and you will use code Journey15. Also in store, if you go in, you say, hey, I listened to the podcast, I'm using code Journey15. You can get 15% off online and in store at Roots and Remedies. I will also put their store address in the show notes. They are in New Jersey, and I am just so excited for you guys to listen because this is an incredible episode. And it's our first episode with 3 people on the call. So it's me, Frieda, and Michelle. Last but not least, the audio is a little bit off because I was in the midst of moves and I did not have all my equipment when I recorded. So I apologize in advance for the weird echo. Okay, now let's get into it. On today's podcast episode, I am through the moon to announce that we finally have the founders of Roots and Remedies, 2 moms on a mission to make your life easier, taking us back to our roots, one remedy at a time on the show. I am so glad to have Frieda Laniado and Michelle BenDayan on the show to take us on their journey of creating a holistic household empire. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
It's so nice to have you here.
Nice to be here. Yeah.
This is like a manifestation come true. I was telling you guys this a little bit earlier, but every single time I ask the community, who do you want to have on the podcast, or like Roots and Remedies, you got to get Frieda and Michelle on here. We need to know the juice. We need to know how they even came up with Roots and Remedies.
Really? You go. You say that part.
Like the actual title, Roots and
Oh
Remedies.
no, the whole thing. We really started not like this at all.
It was like health-wise. We didn't grow up like holistic. We didn't grow up with that lifestyle. I think that's why we became so passionate about it, because we didn't even know anything about it. Like we didn't even know it was out there, you know? And I think that we also like relate to other moms that don't know and that was like kind of the whole goal, was like we had no idea. And like we wanted to help other moms. And then like because we started having our kids and learning throughout our journey with our children, we had some experience, so we were able to like give it back to other moms.
So like I would say once we started, or like for myself, once I started on this natural journey, it was like confusing, hard. I had to like unlearn everything that I grew up knowing. And it was just, I would go to the, let's say like Wealth of Health or Greens or whatever, and I'd leave and I'd spend like $500 on like a bunch of vitamins, and they'd be in my closet. I'm like, now what? Like I have no idea like really what to do. Or like my kid, I had a baby at the time, Michelle, I was just saying yesterday, like Michelle came to visit me. She doesn't even know the story. She doesn't remember it. She came to visit me with my first baby. And like the housekeeper was there cleaning, so the house smelled like Clorox, like, you know, like heavy. I don't even know what it was. And she's like, "Oh, what's that smell?" I'm like, "What? Oh, it's nice now." Like Dolores is here, she's cleaning. She's like, "No, it's the baby. She can't smell that." I'm like, "Oh, okay, yeah, it makes sense. Like, gives me a little bit of a headache now that you mention it." Like, and then like little by little, I started looking at all different things and how I could do different swap outs. Like cleaning supplies was first with essential oils, and then I was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna want to give Tylenol. Maybe I don't want to give an antibiotic for an ear infection." Like slowly but surely, every time like my baby got sick, I like pivoted and tried to do something else that I wasn't really used to, and so that was hard. And learning that, I felt like I was very on my own. At the time, I found the chat. You know, Michelle was in this chat, and I joined it, and that helped a lot, like a community. You know, like-minded moms.
Ooh, I love that. And when your kid got sick, you were like, okay, what can I try to give her that will help her in a more holistic way, in a more natural way? Did you ever notice when you were giving your baby the more holistic option, she was getting sick and sick less, or did that not really even play a role?
So I definitely noticed that like as she got older, the more I integrated, natural products, medicine-wise, and also just food and watching what I'm giving her and just being cautious about everything. Like I would see, a lot of my friends be like, oh, they're sick every day. Like I didn't have that experience so much. But like, of course, she gets sick. My kids get sick all the time, especially now. They're all older. They're in school, germs, and as they get older, they get exposed to all these things. But yeah, I noticed that the natural medicine really gives the kids their body a chance to not only just suppress what's going on, but it's like, let's say you're out on the battlefield, right? Like picture your immune system. It's coming to go fight off this cold or whatever is coming its way, and it has no swords. The herbs are like your body's swords, your immune system's swords to go fight off this illness or whatever is going on. Instead of just band-aiding it, suppressing it, it's giving it the power to the tools to fight it on its own, so to speak.
Wow, I love that analogy. How did you guys come together and how did this idea of Roots and Remedies come into place?
Something in me that was always like itching for like a while. And like even before COVID, I started making like the everything bombs that was like, and I would sell it, and like natural deodorant, and I would sell that, and also sunscreen. Those were like three things that I was just like having fun with, selling it to whoever. Like it wasn't like a crazy thing. And then it kind of like fizzled out. I wasn't like so on top of it. And then COVID hit. Me and Frieda moved to Jersey that's after that summer of 2020. So we moved September 2020.
From Brooklyn.
Yeah, from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So we're friends from high school. Like we're
Forever.
like, yeah. So basically what we both moved here and we both were already like-minded. We were on this same track together, on being on the like that holistic lifestyle. And I would just always say like I need to do something. Like we would hear like other moms like not know what to do or how to help their kid, or like we'd be in these chats, like you'd get like a new mom come into the chat and like you would hear her struggle, and it was like there has to be something to make everyone's life easier, like some sort of source where they can get that advice or about, like that's where we came up with the box. So like we like when it was really like a 2-second thing. Frieda was like, so let's do something. I'm like, let's do something. We're gonna do something.
We spoke about it, and then
ever since
yeah.
then we just never stopped. Like we just kept going day after day.
But, I remember exactly. Like we would talk about it, and then like she texted me, and I'm at lunch with my mom and sister at chocolate soda, and I had a whole other job. Like I make videos. Like that was like what I was doing. So she texted me, and we have to do this. I'm like, yeah, really, it's a sick idea. Like, if you don't do it, I'm gonna. Let's go. Let's do it. We're gonna do it. Like, okay, let's do it. And then we met up like the next day in your house with like
came over
a notebook.
And we started making packages.
Yeah, we started making packages.
Like all different packages. If someone has this going on, what do they need? If they have that going on, what do they need? Like that's
we weren't even selling our own things. The only
we weren't
thing
making anything.
Yeah, nothing. So we started off by making a box.
So this really started off in your kitchen, in your house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So from here, so you really started from nothing. You started from an idea. You started from like a need. There was like a literal itch inside of you guys where like, enough is enough. We can't keep living this way. More mothers need to be educated on what they're putting in their bodies, what they're using in their homes to clean. And then you created, it sounds like, these boxes and a chat.
Right. Well, the chat, we're just on it.
Yeah.
That was just helping. That was our support system. The chat was like, every time that my kid got something that I never dealt with before, what do I do? Like, how do I survive this
so
illness
from other moms?
Yeah, exactly. We learned from the community. And then the box, we started off with a cold and flu box. We said, we want to make everyone's packages. If you, like Michelle said, if you have an ear infection, this is what you need, nothing else. So we launched with a cold and flu box. Yeah, we didn't want to complicate things. We launched cold and flu. We didn't know what was going to be. We didn't even have the box. We had nothing.
We had nothing.
We didn't have a product.
Nothing.
Okay, zero. And my sister, Lauren, she's the graphic designer, and she made our logo and she like set up our Instagram, and it looked so gorgeous. And we just posted it online on Instagram and put it out into the world. And it blew up a little bit, like overnight.
It got a lot of attention.
Yeah,
it was like this brand new page that nobody, like,
no followers.
People saw it. We like, but
We posted it, I guess. Like we're
yeah,
telling all of our
like
friends
all of
to
our
post
friends
it.
posted it,
Yeah, and we
and
got 25 orders.
yeah,
We thought we were like we were going crazy with 25 orders. We
we
like
sat all night making the boxes.
we get it better and people would come to us like after the box, it'll come to us. Now I have this like, okay, we have to like get her something. Let's go to Dean's and like
We would just run
crazy.
around and do it for everyone. Like
Yeah.
whatever box they needed, that's how we started. We would start making these little
We were crazy. We were also pregnant. We were always pregnant throughout all this years. But we were pregnant in my grandma's basement, like on the floor, with like just huge boxes all around the basement. I wish we had pictures. And like we were doing, I don't know, craziest things. Like I said, none of it was our stuff. So we were like giving out like vitamin C and like all different things, vitamin D. We were like, I don't know, doing whatever, repackaging them like because just to get you through the sickness. Like the box was supposed to like get you through 2 weeks of the flu, or whatever it was, 5 days of the flu, like just enough so that you don't have to break the bank and have all this extra stuff in your house that you're never going to use again. And just you don't have to go to the item store and looking around for everything. It's just delivered right to you. And then we added into
yeah.
that the
I remember
elderberry
going
syrup,
to Brooklyn and delivering the boxes myself.
and they would pick up the whole car because they were humongous.
Let's break this down just a little bit for the listener. First of all, for the person listening who does not know what Dean's or chocolate soda is, we have a lunch spot, we have a health food store. And I always say when you're in your purpose, what you do blows the F up because it's what you're meant to be doing and you get rewarded by God, the universe, for following through on your mission. Because even though it was so easy, you had Frieda here, like, let's go, Michelle. We don't do this. I'm going to do it. We got to go. We got to make this a thing. It still was work. Like you said, you were pregnant on your grandma's floor, literally creating these boxes. Michelle was driving to Brooklyn. Like, that's work. It's hard. It's annoying. You guys could have given up at any time, but you guys kept moving. The 25 orders excited you. It got you guys like, ooh, how much more can we do? Right. And you didn't stop. You didn't cut yourself off when things felt overwhelming. And then I have that. So were the boxes working?
Yeah, they really were. We got great feedback.
Yeah, we got great.
We should bring it back.
Yeah.
Everybody loved it.
I know, like a subscription. I'd love to like, okay, I need my, because you're telling me this and I'm thinking like my spiritual mentor, she'll be like, okay, go buy this specific vitamin B, these specific salt baths, and I'm constantly ordering it off Amazon. Whereas I wish I could just buy that's everything she's telling me over and over instead of like, because first of all, you get this much bath salts. I don't know. That's one bag, 2 bags.
But, yeah.
Okay, so now how do you go from working out of Frieda's grandma's basement to opening up this magnificent wellness store that I still have to go in person because you guys are online? So
It's actually crazy that we're doing this today because I was thinking about it. Today is the day before we might like be opening.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So we're gonna manifest that everything's gonna go good tomorrow.
We have our last inspection tomorrow.
We have our inspection tomorrow. We've been working on opening the store since like June last year. So we're almost a year in and
but it even goes before a year in. Cause like from my grandma's house to this store, so much happened in between. Like, you know, we were first in my grandma's house.
We even got to this store. Just opening up this store alone it's been taking a year. Before that, we were in my garage.
We explored. My grandma came back from Florida and I had to get the stuff out of there. Like it was like a really mayhem. We're like, hey, let's get it all out. We moved all the stuff into Michelle's house and then it ended up being all by Michelle's house, boxes, and it was overflowing. We were exploding.
We were getting a crazy, the biggest shipment ever, and we needed to move. We were looking for a place for like almost a year.
And we wanted to get a kashrut, and it was hard to do it in her house. So we ended up renting like a winter rental in Deal. So we rented a house. And we used that as our kitchen and like our home quarters.
It was great.
Our headquarters, we had like the storage, the kitchen. It was really great setup.
It's a great way to like see how we were gonna set up
a store, a warehouse,
we were able to organize ourselves. And like we bought like these big shelves and it was like a fun experience.
It was a big step for us. Like that was a huge step. Everything was a big step.
The reason why we were also itching to get out of the house was because we had our papa in Allenhurst 2 summers ago.
Yeah.
And after we opened that pop-up, we realized that we we could no longer not have a storefront.
Right.
We took the pop-up and we basically plopped it in Brooklyn.
We were scared to take that pop up. It was
Exactly.
like, you know, they were asking for a lot of money for the summer, and we were like, can we afford this? Are we going to lose all our money? And then we bought furniture for it. We're like, oh my God, we're going to go into debt. And we were in the back of Urban Pops, which was great. But like,
Yeah, it was great.
we didn't get so much people traffic, but we didn't know what we were going to expect. And then it ended up being a great summer.
Yeah,
Thank God.
It was a lot of fun
Yeah.
seeing also like being able to like really see the customer, like not just through Instagram.
Yeah,
That
was
was like a
huge.
big thing.
Yeah.
They would come in, we would chat, like people would come in for literally like an hour. They would end up just hanging out, talking.
We just hung out all day.
So that was like a lot. And like being able to like see all the products on a shelf, like it was just this whole other experience
Right.
for our followers, for the customer. So
And for us to like to see
Yeah.
the future of what could be.
yeah, like after that we realized that we needed to put it somewhere else.
So we put it in Brooklyn.
Yeah, we put it in Brooklyn. The summer ended. We didn't really know what we were doing. Frieda made a phone call. We were and we put it inside Hair by Yossi on Kings Highway.
He's a very close family friend. So I said, let me just, I know he'll be happy to have us. I'm like, we don't know where to go. We're going to go to Yossi. He's like, of course, come in, bring your furniture. We came moving our stuff, and we put it all away, and we never looked back. We got someone to work there.
And then after
Yeah.
that, we were looking for a place in Jersey. We just kept looking. We decided, oh, okay, maybe we'll just use a warehouse. We
We
looked
looked
around
in
at
Asbury,
warehouses.
yeah.
We looked in Asbury for stores. We looked in warehouses. We looked nonstop. We were just looking everywhere. This is still working out of my house with
Yeah.
our pop-up and with our
And having babies. We had
Construction.
babies.
yeah.
And then we got pregnant again. And but there was like, besides for all this going on, there was like life, you know? We're like raising kids. We have like a lot of little kids, thank God.
A lot of people listening could be like, well, they're just lucky, right? Frieda, Michelle, they're just lucky. It just worked out for them. They had the means, they had the resources, they had the family and friend. But I want to know, what do you guys think are 3 things that really make you successful, that really helped you throughout this journey?
I think the first thing is that the products really work. That's like really the number one thing, I think. It really, they speak for themselves.
People come back.
I'm going to sell it to you, you're going to use it, and you're going to go tell 3 people because it really helped you. Like, we're not just selling you junk, you know, they're really high quality. We use the highest quality ingredients. We don't like miss a beat. Yeah, nothing.
Our quality. I think that that's a big thing, quality, and also the passion that we have for what we're doing. Like we don't see it as just products that we're selling. We see like a whole
See the whole
a lot of
result.
there's so much like potential to I feel like it just brought so much awareness to so many people.
Yes.
That not everything has to be a doctor, like going to a doctor. Like it's there, like I feel like we're trying to bring back mother's intuition.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We're really trying to use the tools.
I absolutely love that. Naomi, who's been on the podcast many, many times from Astro Torah, and she's all about the divine feminine, how the female figure in the family used to really be seen as quote unquote like that witchy figure. Because even if you think about it, when we're not feeling well, what do we give our kids? Chicken soup, right? And that's really like, you have to go, you have to kill the chicken. And then you take the chicken and you put it in the pot. And then you're like, okay, I need 2 cloves of garlic. And you go and you put the garlic in the pot. And then you're like, okay, I need the broth of whatever animal, right?
Yeah.
And it's really like seen as like, and now in 2025, we take it for granted. It's like, no, I'm just cooking dinner. No, I don't feel well. I'm just doing this, right? But we don't question what we're actually doing. Like cooking is a form. And now you guys, like tinctures are a really holy form of wellness. You're literally being so conscious of what you're putting in these remedies and seeing people heal themselves. People come back and say, I want more. I feel so good from this. So this is incredible.
Yeah. I think that's really the driving factor behind is that we're ultimately helping mothers, women, even, fathers, sons, daughters, whatever it is, we're helping you. And also we're bringing awareness to this community of, health, wellness, TLC, take care of yourself. You don't always have to go running and get something from the pharmacy, or just look in your kitchen, open your kitchen cabinets, because you all have something in your kitchen cabinet and in your refrigerator that you could reach to and give to your kid. Take it for yourself. Make that lemonade, juice that celery, whatever it is, you have it all in your house already. You just need to know what to do with it.
Hashem knew what he was doing.
Exactly.
Medicine is natural. It's outside. I think which one of you, I watch your stories, I watch your Instagram like every single day. I think you guys have chickens now.
Oh, me, yeah.
Frieda has chickens.
Right.
Yeah. I have the chickens. You come over, they walk all around Park Avenue. I'm not joking. My husband was coming home like the other day, like right before Shabbat, and he just hear a bunch of kids like yelling at him, and he's like, Frieda, I can't come home and I have 10 kids yelling at me, all the neighbors, your chickens are loose around, everyone's calling me up. I'm like, okay, I know, I'm getting a gate for them, but for now we're roaming in the streets, like.
So now you have a pop-up in Brooklyn, or now you're selling in Brooklyn.
So we're selling in Brooklyn, and we wanted a place in Jersey that we can not only have a storefront but also work out of. We wanted a kashrut. We saw that there was this like gap. Like a lot of people were messaging us if we had a kashrut. There's not so much out there that's kosher. Like, and they're all so clean and easy, and they should be kosher. There's nothing wrong with them. But so we really wanted to make it our business to have that. It like opened up doors to new customers, and for us to be able to help more people.
We really needed a place to spread out.
Yeah, so we were on a hunt, and then Frieda mentioned this place near the Alvaron train station, and I was like very like not so into it. I'm like, I don't know, the area's been dead for such a long time. Like there's not really a lot going on there. Also all year round we're gonna be there. And
actually, my husband brought it up and I totally brushed him off. I didn't even tell you about it for like so long. And then we were looking, and finally I was like, there's a place by Alvaron.
And then we came to see it, and just the minute we saw it, it was like, this is it.
We actually put a bid on another store, and we were like out of our minds. I knew we were out of our minds. So I was like, we're not getting it. Like, and Michelle really wanted it. I'm like, it's really not for us.
It was huge.
Humongous.
Could have had like a great kitchen in the back, front. Like
it's a dream. Size and location.
The location.
And it's just and we didn't get it. It was our first time renting a store. Like, they're not gonna just give it to us. We had no history that they're going to trust these two random girls that we're going to be able to pay the rent. Like, we're just promising them. So anyways, we didn't get it. And then after that, I was like, you know what, really, this store sounds like the right fit for us. And when we walked in here, we really saw the potential. The windows, like, it's just so pretty, so pretty, like so our vibe. It's so relaxing. You come in here, you just want to zen out.
It has cute front porch that we look like we're obsessed with.
Yeah, we just want everyone to come hang out with us. Like, exactly what we did in the pop-up. Like, we love to just talk to everybody about like wellness and just life in general, and just whatever they want to, I don't know, we just want to hang.
It sounds like not only are you just hanging, you're hearing too what the community, what the people need and want, what they want more of, when they share like, oh, I'm going on winter vacation or whatever. And you're like, oh, you know what? I have a sunscreen for you, because I know you guys have that sunscreen, which is so rare to find a really good, clean sunscreen.
Yeah. Technically, it's the Sun Armor.
Sun Armor.
Sun Armor, yeah.
When is the grand opening?
I don't know. No, tomorrow, hopefully we'll pass our last inspection. Right. It was a hurdle the whole year with the town and everything. If anybody wants to open a store in Long Branch, call us. We will tell you exactly what not to do.
What to do, what not to do, who to talk to in the office, in this office.
They need a handbook or something in that place, because they do not make it easy. But think everything for a reason. Like, every single time we got hit with like another hurdle, it was just, we always said like, it's for the best, but then like we really saw, it really was for the best. Like, really, whatever happens, it's always for the best. God knows exactly what we need, when we need it, and how we're gonna get it. And everything always works out. You just have to have that like positive outlook every time. If you're going through something in business or personal, it's for the best. That's it. Take it and run with it. this is the hands that we're dealt with. And now finally, like we're at the end of it, we're opening, God willing, like our grand opening will be, you know, the first week of July and the week of June. Like we're waiting for tomorrow to finally make the date because like we've been in this like state for so long. We're just waiting for like the last thing to finally be sealed till we pick a day. But so look out for it, the last week of June or July, first week of July when everybody comes.
Yeah, so we're planning on like besides the remedies, we're gonna be selling like coffee, matcha, herbal refreshers, different drinks,
Mushroom lattes.
mushroom lattes.
Wait, I'm so excited. I'm so happy that I'm walking distance from where you guys are.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think. Okay, you're speaking my language. So, okay, so you're gonna have these herbal drinks, you're gonna have and like, it's so powerful, and I'm sure you guys already do this. Explain to the person ordering the drink what the different herbs do for you.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah. I
Because
think
I,
a little
Yeah,
hand.
actually, like, let me just pull one down.
ooh, we're gonna put the video on Spotify, so if people want to actually see this, just they can see on Spotify and YouTube.
Our herbal, and each jar has like
Oh my gosh.
description of what it is, what it does, the benefits. So like it's easy like to come in and just shop, even just herbs, just off the wall, you know.
I am so obsessed with this. I remember as a kid, I'd go to Borders, Barnes and Noble, and take like the biggest cart you could find and fill it up with books. And like my mother would look at me and be like, "Why do you need this vitamin book?" I'm like, "Oh, because I want to know what every single vitamin does for me. Like broccoli, what's in there? What is it doing for me?" And I was weirdly obsessed with this stuff from a very young age. So this is my jam, like just seeing, okay, this is what I'm drinking. This is what it's doing for me. And
Right.
when you're the customer, when people become aware of that, they could actually tap into that energetically and start feeling it, right? Because without the flashlight shining on that, sometimes we don't notice what's going on in our body.
Right. I
So
love that actually. I never thought about that.
I'm obsessed with this. It reminds me a little bit. I don't know if you guys heard of the Alchemist Kitchen ever,
Yes.
but they have like a bar in the city, and it's like not an alcoholic bar, but it's like this herbal bar. And I just love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm obsessed. I'm loving that it's going to be in New Jersey, more accessible. I love that you guys are online. Because first of all, huge congratulations on opening the store, on getting here. And it sounds like it took you like what, 5 years?
Uh,
From when we started,
Yeah.
well, it was 2021,
21.
so it was 4 years.
Wow. They say it takes about 5 years to actually start seeing the results when you start a business.
I come back next year.
I know. Next year we're gonna have you back on. You're gonna be like, oh my God, okay, so now we're opening our third store.
Inshallah.
So let's talk a little bit about the tinctures. Because you went from like selling things that you found in Dean's and other health food stores to making your own stuff.
So the first thing we put in the box that was homemade was the elderberry syrup. I was making it for my kids, especially during COVID. I was making it all the time, and that was like the only thing that really we made that we were making other things, but that was the first thing that we made that we
In
put
the
in the
box.
box.
Yeah.
It was like a little 4 ounce, right?
Yeah, it was a 4 ounce
tiny.
elderberry syrup.
And after that, we were like, we were barely making any money because like to buy the vitamins and resell them, there's like no margin, and we were buying like retail, like we we had no wholesale accounts. I called like my friend who's a pharmacist. I tried to like open all accounts through his like thing. It just wasn't like we're like, okay, we're not going to work for free. Meanwhile, we really keep investing it back into the business.
You
On
have
that
to.
note of like business, like for a long time, even till now, we just put all the money back in. So we're really investing. We're still investing our time, our money. But when we opened, I think we put, how much money did we put into it? Two of
Like
us,
1,500.
like 1,500. And
Wow.
But thank God we were the business, like it was able to like hold itself. Like she's
Yeah.
saying, we kept putting money back in. We kept
whatever we
putting
need, we just
like everything that we were making, everything that we make goes right back into the business.
yeah.
Mhm.
Because we're looking at the bigger picture, But then once we did the elderberry syrup, then Michelle came up with the cough syrup. That was Michelle's amazing formulation of the cough syrup.
Yeah,
Wow.
very good.
Yeah. Well, first it tasted gross, remember?
Yeah.
And then we like reamped it, and now it's so yummy. But wow.
The kids love it. They call it candy water,
Yeah.
and it really helps with the cough. So that was the second.
That was the
thing?
second one. And then the third one was immune boost.
So the first tincture we actually ever made was crank bark.
Oh, yes. Oh my God, I could
I
still
think it
smell
was
it.
because we were just so amazed by the herb, but the idea that an herb was called cramp bark and it was for cramps.
I'm
Yeah.
obsessed.
Yeah, so we were just so like excited about the herb that we wanted to tincture it so badly.
I like, we didn't have like
We just smelled for weeks.
for
after
weeks,
straining.
for weeks. Like just you're supposed to strain it with like a strainer. No, I
We
had
had, like, a
gloves.
potato.
Maybe I wasn't even. I don't even know if I was. I don't even know. I was wearing gloves, okay, but it was going all
But it
over
was
me.
also an alcohol tincture.
Yeah, so it's alcohol. I'll never forget. Everywhere I went, my sister especially, could not be next to me. I reeked. I really reeked. It was a little gross how long I smelled for from that. But that was our first tincture. Yeah, I forgot about crank bark. That was the
Crank
first
bark.
one. So when did we make immune boost? I know when we're making the tinctures, like we did so much research and we're like pouring it in. We're like, are we doing it right? Like, it was trial and error, until we find like
Yeah,
found the right
we
formula.
sat, we researched, we saw how could we make a glycerite, how could we
We're
make
watching
it
like all different
faster?
online like classes
So
and
many different things.
herbalists.
Books, and like till today on Saturday you come to my house, I'm reading a book on herbs and what they do and how they do it, and like we're just always trying to come up with new things.
Because no matter like how much we have, like we said, it's like this is natural medicine. Walk around your garden, like look around. You have tons of herbs that are right at your fingertips, but we just don't know what to do with them. So like the world of herbs is just never ending. There's so many new things that you could always make and do and different things to heal yourself, and it's just so much fun.
It's so much fun. I always say, why in school we're never taught anything about money, right? Never how to deal with your money, how to make money, how to grow money. Our creativity always shut down. First grade, you're daydreaming. Hello, get back at the program. What line are we on? Calling you out, right? Where creativity is literally the portal into creation. You're tapping into that flow, that like really holy, what do I want to call it? Like frequency to download these huge ideas and go for it. But you're also never taught how to take action on your imagination because it's shut down the second that you tap into that frequency.
Yeah.
And then you're never rewarded for pleasure, right? School is for learning. School, like, you got one wrong, you suck. It's never like, oh my God, you did amazing, even if you got a 65. Like, let's see what you are resonating with in this subject, right? So it's one thing I really learned is that the best investment you can ever make is in yourself. When you put the money back into the business, when you put the money back into yourself, the return on investment is tenfold. You want to see your money grow so fast, invest in yourself, which you guys are doing, right? You'll find Michelle reading a book on a Saturday. You're putting it back into the store, into the business, into the company, and that's you're gonna see your company grow exponentially because that's where the passion is going. And then I really wanted to know, okay, what are both of your favorite tinctures?
Right now I have a new one. What's yours?
I
I feel like it changes. Like right now, it's funny. I was gonna post a picture yesterday. Like I always have this like little pile of like tinctures on my table that like I guess they just get left out because we're using them every day, and like they're not always the same. So like on my table, in my kitchen table this week, or this month, I should say, it's anti-inflammatory, oregano oil, and immune boost. But the anti-inflammatory, we all take it in my house, my husband included.
It tastes so good.
So
the
good.
anti-inflammatory.
So good.
So I've been putting it in my water every morning. So like it's and like as much as like I'm into health and wellness, a lot of times I like neglect myself, to be honest.
We're not humans,
So
like,
so when we made the anti-inflammatory, I have chronic inflammation. I know I do. So I was just so excited about it. So like I'm drinking it every day. It tastes so yummy, and I've just been enjoying it. I knew that Frieda was gonna say that, so I was trying to come up with a different. I really
my
love,
favorite.
it's not necessarily like a tincture to be exact, but it's still like a similar idea. The throat spray. It's such an easy thing to have on hand. Like I was on vacation in January with my family, and the entire trip something was brewing the whole time from before I got there. I got there with the stiff neck, and then the entire time something was brewing, and I just really wanted to enjoy my trip. I kept spraying the throat spray like every couple of hours. It was in my bag the whole time, and I just thank God it never came full fledged. Like I was really keeping it at bay. Like anytime it would get worse, I would spray it more. Like, and thank God it kicked it. Like it was just a simple one thing. Sometimes it's just
Yeah.
being consistent with the one thing that helps. Like you don't always need a million different things
Yeah.
to be taking. So
Yeah, we have it all in the house. So sometimes like I give all the stuff. Then like I find myself sleeping by my mother for the weekend or whatever it is, and I only have like a couple things, and I use the one thing on the one kid, and it really helps just that alone. It's sometimes you could just bring it back to simplicity and just keep it minimal, and still.
It sounds like a travel essential because especially when you're traveling and you're in a different environment and you're on the go and you're not sleeping as much, your immune system just isn't there. And this throat spray sounds like the thing to bring with you.
Yeah. So the anti-inflammatory is also, it's very good. Like I was literally picking my daughter up from art, and the art teacher was telling me that she has arthritis, and it was very hard for her to walk. Not hard. So she was having pain. Like, obviously you have it inflamed. At the moment she was inflamed and it was like giving her pain to walk. So she bought it, she took it, and within the hour, like she was walking without pain. And then plus the next morning she woke up, she was very bloated, all the bloat went away. So
Wow.
whether you know it or not, like we're all inflamed,
We are.
we're living in this horrible environment. We're in Germany, so it's a little bit better, but like it's still not great. We're still
being hit.
inhaling fumes all day long, whether it's in the grocery store, you're walking down the wrong aisle for a second, whatever it is, where as clean as you are, no one's perfect. And even if you're so clean in your house, the second you leave your house, you're doomed. So we're
Like,
all
you're eating out,
Yeah.
you're definitely going to be exposed to seed oils. You're like all different things in life just come at us on a daily basis. We don't even realize what we're being hit with every single day, every single
Yeah.
minute, the things we touch, the
receipts,
environments we walk into.
everything.
Just being able to like counteract it.
Another way.
That's really all we could do. Like, of
Yeah.
course, minimize what you do, and then also like bring herbs into your life to just help counteract these things. It helps like realize
We're not doing anything about our
whatever
environment,
is
so
being hit. Yeah, I mean, there's only so much that you could do about your environment.
No one's perfect. There's only so much control that you can have on your environment. We can make like our home our sanctuary, but of course, like you said, the pollution and all the things are coming through the vents. I don't know if you guys know this, but I healed my Crohn's disease. When I was 12 years old, I was diagnosed with Crohn's, and I did a lot of like dis-ease comes from dis-ease in the body, disease, right?
right.
Had a lot of suppressed anger and stress and all the things. And that acts as an inflammatory, even though we don't realize it. We always think, oh, an inflammatory, it's the stress, it's the anger. And I wish,
Yeah.
Other things.
Yeah, you could talk about
anger,
this right now.
life.
That's a whole other thing.
it's a whole other thing. But one thing that I stopped doing when I was diagnosed is I cut out dairy completely because it is an inflammatory.
Right.
And like you said, we're just counteracting. You're going to go do the things anyway. You might as well take this.
Some people could say like, oh, I'm gonna go do this anyway. Why would I take that? No, it's like that's just being like a little stubborn. Like, because especially you're gonna go do that, like take this also just because like it's only gonna help.
Right. It's like wearing a life vest on a boat. You're going on the boat, you could fall off. Wearing the life vest just prevents you from drowning. You're going to go on the boat anyway, right? You're going to take this and your immune system might go down for doing whatever. But when you have this, you're not going to get sick. You're going to keep it above dog paddling, just trying to survive. So I love, love, love all of this. I want to ask you, who are your biggest expanders right now? People who you're like, I'm obsessed with what she's doing. She's showing me what's possible for our store.
Just like businesswomen like that.
It could be business women. It could be people living a certain lifestyle.
You know what? Somebody who always inspired me as like a working mother is Norma Cohen.
Wow.
Big inspiration. I always used to go to her when I was I used to make videos. Well, I still do a little bit, but and I made a video for her husband. And ever since then, she always like would call me, like, let me come to her take advice from her and whatever. And she's really like the definition of a hustler. She's a workhorse. I don't know how she does what she does. It's inspiring to really give that much of yourself into a business and into such a successful business at that, and continue to do it, all through her life. I think it's very inspirational.
And for those listening who doesn't know who she is, do you want to give us a little blurb of what she does?
She's a party planner. She does really the most magnificent, luxurious weddings, events, bar mitzvahs, everything, destination. She's your person for really the most elegant events that you could ever dream of. You can't even dream them up. You walk in and you're like, I could never have dreamed of this. Or she just has an imagination that's completely out of the box. That's also, she's an out of the box thinker.
And
So,
that inspires you. It shows you what's possible for you because you're like, okay, if she could do it, if she could get this big with kids and be in the community and all the things, then I can do it too.
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I love that. What about you, Michelle?
First of all, a lot of women inspire me. There's so many women in this community that are really unbelievable. Like just off the top of my head, I think Pearl is unbelievable.
Yeah.
I think she's unreal. Just like with everything that she's been through and the way she hustles and her magnificent salons that both of them that she built. That's definitely an inspiration. Also, Bloom Bar, she opened up like her third location in Brooklyn. I think it's her, I think even her fourth in Brooklyn. She opened two there, two here, like so quickly. It was really, really cool. Her stores are beautiful. Like she definitely had like a big inspiration for like the coffee that we're doing and like with like little things that we do, like we're very different. It's a completely different concept. Like, but it was just like we were able to like look at what she's doing and be like, oh, okay, it's similar to like a boom bar. Like we always like say like, oh, it's like a boom bar, but like it's not really, but like it was just we were able to like look at her and see what she did and open up all these other stores and God willing she's
See the
successful.
possibilities.
Yeah, like the potential that we have, you know.
Yeah, which yeah.
Who else?
There really are, like you said, there's so many
There's so
women.
many
There's so
women.
many.
So for the listener who's looking at you guys right now and they're like, they're paving the way for me, what's 3 pieces of wisdom you'd give to them?
Just do it.
Yeah, don't wait.
Just
We
do
opened
it.
the Instagram. We didn't have a product. We didn't have what to sell you.
Literally.
Nothing. We had nothing. We just had
We
an
had
idea.
idea.
That's it. Once if you have an idea, don't wait. Just do it.
Just do it.
And don't let anything get in your way either, because there's gonna be hurdles, but you're always gonna learn something from the hurdles, and something better is gonna come from whatever God is throwing your way, whatever He's putting in your way. Like there's always gonna be something better after you go through whatever you go through. You'll always come out of it if you keep trying. Don't give up.
I always say the only way you can fail is if you stop. When I started Journey with VRD, everybody asked me, well, what if you fail? What if you fail? What if you fail? And I'm like, the only way that I could fail is if I stop. Because as long as I keep on growing and keep on evolving, like the business is me. I am the business, right? So there's no way to fail. It's
Right.
only if you stop. And what would you say to people who are like, well, what about the people who are going to judge me and the haters? Because I'm sure you guys get some of that too.
Thank God if we do, we're not aware of it.
We're just like, I don't know.
We're just like la-di-da, everything is great, everybody loves us, but we know like there's definitely haters. Like
For
we're
sure.
very controversial.
My own
too.
family.
So
My own family. What are you talking about?
right.
My relatives, like, this is not their lifestyle, This is not any way in which I was brought up, and any way in which not like my immediate family definitely always thought I was crazy regarding this stuff. But now they see I'm not crazy anymore, and like they actually get a lot of our stuff, and they have it all day long. But like those are the people who think we're out of our minds, like people who like not really in this realm of the natural world, and they're witches in the kitchen,
I forget that those people are like I'm really
we're so
surrounded by all my friends. We're all very like-minded, like thank God. And like when I start talking to like people that like aren't on the same page, I like remember that people really still live a certain way that is like it's just like
we used to live that way.
Like the way they think, the way they talk, the way that just their whole mindset is just a totally different plane. And like I forget that these people are like that
we changed
on a different
but not everyone did.
No. And seeing them with compassion, like one thing that I think is so beautiful that Michelle is saying is that like, you're not being like, oh, you suck, you're so stupid. It's like, no, I used to be there too. And they're just still on the journey. And it's so funny because you're reminding me, Michelle, when I was in this journey with VRD Land, when I first started, I really thought everybody woke up, that everybody was on this journey too, that like everybody knew about all the things that I knew about. And it hit me so hard because by thinking that, I manifested this woman in my life who was the complete opposite, really thought I was the witch in the kitchen, like that whole thing. And it like put me back into like, okay, I need to have perspective. We're all on this journey. I was once there, having the compassion. So that's huge. And it
Yeah.
also sounds like for the haters, you're saying eventually you're going to have this community of people as you continue to talk to people who get you, who are like-minded, and all that hate, for lack of a better term, is going to dissipate because you're not going to even be aware of it because you're going to build this huge community who totally believes in you.
Yeah, let them hate. They're not like, it doesn't, they're just like Michelle said, like they're on a different plane, they're on a different wavelength, they're in a different stage in their life. Like there's,
They might
everyone has
not get, they
exactly.
might never get
They
to
might
see
never
it.
get, like we might never
page.
meet.
Yeah.
And that's fine. If whatever works for you,
Mhm.
like we're not, whatever works for you.
So like a lot of what we plan on doing in the store is really
Yes,
like
I wanted to mention that.
education. Like we want to really bring in like different workshops and different like practitioners, like chiropractors and acupuncturists and
Midwives and
last year we
doulas.
had last year we had Erica
Dweck.
Dweck come in and she did like this community acupuncture. It was the most beautiful day. Like it was really so nice. And I loved also seeing the people that came in.
Yeah.
They weren't who I expected. And it was nice to see this different group of people, which is exactly what we want out
Yeah.
of this. Like we really want, because there are women that are curious but don't know, or like are hesitant or are skeptical, or there's so many different emotions that go through like changing your lifestyle or like becoming more educated, or like there's being judged, there's what are my friends gonna think, what's my mom gonna say,
Doubting yourself.
Mhm.
doubting yourself, is it gonna work, does it work, oh it doesn't work, like
Yeah.
just like so it was really nice to see
Yeah.
different types. There was people that like are a regular customer, like a regular that's with it, and then there were the people that really never even heard of acupuncture before and were just so curious to know more. And so it was so beautiful to see. So like here I am inviting you to call us.
Yeah.
Come set up a workshop, come set up a talk. We would love to have anybody come on and just talk about what you do, or maybe like have like a small little session for people, and it would just be so nice.
We really want to like use this store as a vessel to bring people together. Like we want to make a whole community of just like-minded people, people who are curious, people who want to learn. We had Millie Shweki come in. She did the PT last year. We had a whole event. Like that's really one of a big part of the vision, not just like the cafe and the products and helping people. We want to bring people in to learn more. And have the opportunity to meet new people, and not just like-minded people. Let's say like we want also to hype up other vendors and be a support system. We were able to do that pop-up. We took that risk. We made that investment. That summer, our first big investment was that pop-up. But like for the people who aren't ready for that step, like come to the store for a week, put your stuff on the porch and sell.
Mhm.
Who did that for us?
Swoon. Yeah, Swoon did that
So
for
that
us.
was like our
Yeah.
first time setting up a TiVo.
Oh my God,
She
it was
opened
such
up
a big
her
deal for
store.
us.
She opened up her store to new vendors, and she had us in one day, and it was the nicest thing ever. Like we were there and like we were setting up. It was the first time we saw
We told all of our
product.
friends, like we're in Deal, we're going back to, they're like, guys, come see us.
It was the first time we saw our products displayed on a TiVo.
Yeah.
And it was really such a nice experience. And I remember even like feeling like so grateful that she did that for us. And
Yeah.
like we would love to do that
For
Like,
anyone.
it's so nice that we even have a space that we could even say to come do that. Like we're just so grateful.
We manifested that we were gonna sell out, and like we had like maybe, I don't know, I'm gonna make a
Yeah,
number.
we
Maybe
did.
we had like 50 of each product. I don't know, maybe less even. We like brought all of our stock. We were like, we're gonna need all of it. Like, I don't even know. We
Oh, I
sold
love that.
3, 4, 5 things. But like it was just the whole experience of being welcomed. Like, so actually we want to collab with people, not just have them here. Like we're having Sarah sit come, she's designing. Look at this wall. It's empty.
Wow.
We came across Sarah sit online on Instagram.
Beautiful pieces.
Gorgeous
Her art
artwork.
is stunning.
We called her up. We're like, the wall is yours. Like, come sell your stuff on the
She
wall.
was so cool. She was so excited.
Yeah,
She drove
yeah.
in from Brooklyn to come set it up. She had like this cool thing on her iPad. It's I guess it's like an art thing. Like she measured the wall and decided what was gonna be.
It's just coming in like next week to install everything.
Wow.
Already looks unbelievable. You guys are gonna flip out. Everyone needs a piece of her art in your home. Come check out the wall soon.
Wow. One thing that I absolutely love is that I remember growing up in the summers. What was I? Like, I had to be in middle school, and the thing to do was walk up and down Norwood Avenue. And at the time, it would be just like clothing everywhere, right? Now I'm on this whole journey, first of all, of only purchasing natural material clothing for my body, right? Because when we sweat, our pores open, and the plastic, the nylon, the polyester, all of that goes right in there. It's not just in what you're eating. And something that I'm just so like, we were talking about the environment and how the world sucks, but what's so cool is how we're evolving, how now we can walk and we see Roots and Remedies there, right? Now it's instead of buying just more junk that's plastic going into our body, never disintegrating, creating waste, we can be like, wait, I actually want to spend my money on something that's going to boost my mood, my health, help with period cramps, all of the things, right? And now you're one of those stores that's helping so many other people get their voice heard too, right? With Sarah Sit Art and all of these different workshops. And what's amazing is when we are giving like this, when we are open to other people and promoting them and all the things, we get rewarded because the universe, God loves abundance. And when somebody's closed off, they're not an open well of abundance. But when they're open and they know there's more than enough for just them, they become a vessel of giving. And God always gives to those who give because they're an open portal of abundance, right?
Love that.
Yeah.
So this is so huge. I love everything you guys are doing. We cannot end off this podcast without talking about the title, the name of the company, Roots and Remedies. What's the story behind that?
We kept like for like a couple of weeks, we were like coming up with different names, different hows, like what we'll call it this, we'll call it
I
that.
wish I remember what was the
Yeah.
other options. They were not good.
Um,
And we just kept going back. Like we need to bring everyone back to their roots.
yeah. So when we came up with Roots and Remedies, it just made
It
sense.
just made sense, yeah.
It was like it was the root, like bringing us back to our root, and it's roots because it's herbs, and then
Yeah.
it's like we're making
The remedy.
the remedy out of the roots, and then it's like also like we also share different remedies that aren't herbs on
Yeah,
our Instagram
yeah,
account.
exactly. Like
So-
DIYs, just thing that, like I said, something that you could do in your own kitchen, really encompassing the whole thing, the whole vision, the remedies, the workshops, the community, the herbs, the roots, our roots of, if you go back even like 300 years, not even 300 years ago, go back to your grandmother, or it depends on how old your grandmother is, maybe your great grandma. My mother-in-law, let's say take my mother-in-law, she had a toothache. So she's telling me, if you have a toothache, my mother used to give me clove and I would just chew on cloves. So I'm like, oh, I have the clove oil. She's like, exactly. Or like if I had a stomach ache, I
We
would
have
take
tooth
black
spray.
pepper and put it on a paper towel on my stomach. I'm like, oh, we have the tummy ease or the whatever it is, the anti-inflammatory with the black pepper. Like these things have been around. And once like the whole pharmaceutical
It's also ancient.
world open, it's
Yeah.
ancient.
Like pharmaceutical is only like about 200 years old.
It's 200 years old.
It hasn't been around for that long.
And humanity has been around for thousands of years.
Yeah, like
So
what
we
are
survived
people
up
doing?
till now.
Yeah, like Chinese medicine is ancient. Like there's so much, and like I don't want to like get into like anything too much. Like there's definitely like a corruption around it. I feel like everybody knows, and like when COVID happened, it was a little bit of like a trauma. So with COVID, it wasn't the trauma of the disease for me because I wasn't scared of COVID. Not to say that it wasn't dangerous or whatever, God forbid. Like I know a lot of things happen to people. But I was never on a personal level afraid to get sick from COVID. I was just so concerned about how everyone was reacting to it. That was what scared me, and that was what traumatized me. So you brought up before about how the environment and there's just things that we can't do about it. Like there's things in the environment that we can't control. So I was like really like so obsessed during like 2020, 2021. Like I became like obsessed with all the conspiracies and what was going to happen and how's it going to happen. And I thought the world was coming to an end, to be honest. I thought the world was ending. Like I didn't know what was going to be. We're all going to be Israel. Mashiach is coming. I don't know.
Buy the beans, get the flashlights.
And then finally, I got to a point where I was just like, you know what? There is nothing that we could do. You know, there's gonna always be these like this evil that tries. Like there's always gonna be that that tries to come in and put us down and manipulate and put bad into the world and there's just always going to be that. And the only thing that I could do is put good into the world. And like, this was my way to channel that. And like, I'm very lucky. Like, I really feel so lucky. Like, I'm able to channel this good every single day and like come in here and do it every day and help people. And I feel very content. Like, I feel very
blessed.
Yeah, I'm like blessed and happy and content that now I don't have that, oh my God, this world is so evil. Now I have, you know what? All I could do was put good into it. I'm gonna put the good into it. But like that was what I used to say. We need to be the light. We have to be the light. There's a lot of darkness. We need to overpower it with the light.
It was definitely overpowering the darkness. Like in COVID times, it was all that we could talk about. It was all I couldn't have a conversation with anyone without like, but you know it's not true. Like, you know, do you really know? Like I couldn't breathe. My husband wanted to kill me. I think everyone wanted to kill me. All I wanted to do was talk about it. But like then it came to a point where it was like, all right, there's nothing really that we could do.
My family thought I was crazy. Like even though they weren't like eventually they were at ease. They weren't like most, like they were also like at ease a lot after like they realized that the whole COVID thing wasn't as scary as they were making it out to be.
It was the way what the hospitals were doing was scary. But whatever.
Like fear is used to control, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Fear is used to control. It's a blocker and it's a stopper, right? When we have fear, we stay in our little bubble. We stay in the matrix, right? Like, oh, it's too scary. And a lot of times, even if we know or we want to question what we're being fed, the fear of being judged, the fear of being wrong, of being outcasted, of being whatever, is what keeps us in the bubble. It's a controller and it stops and blocks us. But what I always say is exactly what you said, Michelle. It's like you get to be the crystal, right? What do we do with crystals? Like they're this energy that's in the room that like is supposed to make you feel a certain way. So if we ourselves charge ourselves with saying like, no, I want to be the light in any room that I walk in, I'm spreading the truth or I'm spreading love or whatever, then we get to act as this crystal that helps other people just by being in our presence. You said you love talking to people. You guys love when people come and you're just hanging out and you guys get to be these vessels of light, helping other people just get rid of all that stuff.
And also like I was talking about it so much, I learned to just shut my mouth and just lead by example. Like all I can do is live how I think is right and what's true and what's real, and that's all I could do. That's like the most that I could do. And then this was just like a big focus.
Yeah, and it was funny because it was almost like nobody wanted to hear it. So it's like, okay, just worry about yourself. Like no one cares. You know, not that they don't care, but they don't want to get into it. Like they didn't want to like see what was beneath it. So like, okay, we'll just worry about ourselves. And then like while worrying about ourselves, we like so like sometimes we think the same. And then but just by like focus, like not doing that anymore, we ended up with Roots and Remedies, which is so funny.
We just shifted our focus. Instead of being obsessed with what was bad, we decided like, okay, we're just gonna
become the solution. You guys became the solution.
In a sense, we never like stopped talking about it.
Right.
We just shifted our talk, our conversation.
Yes. Okay. I love this. And do you guys have like one thing that you do every single day to help you stay in this place, a space of just continuing to be the light?
I don't know. I feel like, you know, there's ebbs and flows, you know, life is crazy. I think the only consistent thing that it's really consistent for me that I do is like just trying to be present with my children, with myself, like, these things,
Yeah.
I try to put it away. Like
The
if anyone
iPhone for the
me,
listener.
if you want me to answer the phone, you got to call like 10 times. I try not to like be so on it. Of course, you scroll, you sit, whatever, but that's the one thing that like for me can bring me back to like to life and just not, I don't know, just be present with the kids. Let yourself like bring out your inner child with them, without them, like just trying to be present in the moment, I think keeps me like content, calm.
I think just showing up, just coming here, answering the DMs, like people really like slide in with like the most random questions ever.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times I really like enjoy helping people. And so when I get those phone calls, when I get those text messages, when people come into the DMs, it reminds me of what we're doing and why we're doing it. So I think that if sometimes like we'll be like, oh wow, it was really a lot today. Like there was so many different things and like there's only so much that we could do and thank God. But like it's a reminder of what we're doing and how little some people know, even though sometimes it's so obvious to me, it's clearly not that obvious to like a lot of people. So I
Yeah.
feel like that's like that like helps me stay in the light. Like it's like humbling. Like it reminds me of like why we're doing this, how we're doing it, what the purpose is.
I love watching people grow, like in the DMs, they'll come in like asking, I don't know, asking a question, and clearly they just started on this path. And then like a year or two later, they'll like come back to the DMs with like a totally different angle. And they're asking us completely different questions and like, wow, so how you doing? Like, how do you feel? It's been like this, you went through this whole journey, I love watching people on their journey. It's very exciting and it's a lot of fun to see people learning and figuring things out for themselves and just
On like a
Love-
business level, I think that a big thing that keeps like us going is when we touch base with each other.
yeah.
Like when we'll be like, okay, there's been so much going on. Like we'll go months without touching base. Like and then like finally we'll talk and like we'll have like this conversation just about like where are we going? Even though we're doing it and we're going somewhere every day, like
We're lost
we
in
need
it.
to like we need to like regroup and be like, okay, let's clarify what the goal is again. Like we always need to like remind ourselves what the goal is, what the short-term goal is, what the long-term
And it
goal
always
is.
happens when we're hanging out. Like not when we're coming to work.
Right.
It'd be
our
like at
best,
night
yeah,
or
yeah. Like our
when we
best
get together, we
brainstorms are
motivate
like
and
just hanging.
So I'd say, what are you guys manifesting next, both for the business and then personally?
opening.
Yeah, manifesting.
First of all, opening tomorrow, everything going amazing.
Just being open, really. Yeah, like we really want to find like once we're open, we'll really like we've been in such a state like of like wishy-washiness with like the store that we're just so excited to like finally be officially open, do all the things that we've been wanting to do. Like we snuck in those 2 events last summer. And like we're just so excited to like really have the events going and start building that community and God willing, like opening another store. Like we'd love to have a store like this in Brooklyn. We'd love to have it in the 5 towns with even a concession in the 5 towns. Like we want to grow, we want to like find all the people that are trying to find us and just continue to help everyone on their journeys, meet them wherever they are. Like we want to just keep growing.
I
Really.
love that. I love, love, love. And on a personal level, would you guys want to say something you're manifesting?
I need a house.
Manifesting a house. I love that.
I'm in a 3-bedroom rental and we're busting. I need my own house, my own space that I could care for and like I like in a rental, I'm just like I don't care that much about it. So like I don't like take care of it. Like I want to take care of my home, I want to make it a place, a space, a comfortable space for me and my kids to love being there. Like that's my personal.
I love that. I love that. I really just manifesting just like contentness, I guess. I don't know, content with like everything in life, whatever, like just trying to have emunah with whatever comes my way and just making like positive of whatever is in my life, basically.
The quicker we find the hindsight in anything, the happier we'll be and the sooner we'll be happy.
Yeah, things like get to you. You know, there's going to be these stresses every single day. We all have them, whatever it is. Anything could ruin your day, you know? So I guess I just want to manifest, like, I work on it a lot, like just not to like let anything, like whatever. I like to think I'm pretty laid back on most things, but like I'm also pretty stressed out about things, you know? Just like to just let it be, like just let life be.
Yeah. My brother said something really great that always stuck with me, and he's so much younger than me, but it's so gold. And he always says, Vivian, you need to make your anger a little bit more expensive. You need to make your stress a little bit more expensive. Don't let people be able to buy it in 2 seconds.
Okay, I love
You
that.
know?
Cute.
So just thinking like, okay, am I angry right now? Is that worth all of this?
Yeah, for
Right?
sure. Yeah. They're taking up space in your head.
We'll take our mental real estate. They're taking up all of our thoughts. And then eventually we take our physical real estate. We give them a whole party, right? I don't want to go here because the person that I'm pissed off at is there. And we give so much real estate to people for free when it's so valuable. We should just take it back. Like, okay, you're just not worth it. So for the people listening who are like, okay, I know the store is closed right now, but I want to get my hands on the inflammatory, the throat, all the things. How can they start making their orders with you?
Well, really, we're like closed, but like we're also open. The orders online always.
Roots
Online.
Remedies
Online.
roots-remedies.com. Shop online. We have pickup, delivery, all different options. We try to make it so easy and so simple.
We have same day delivery in Brooklyn and Deal. You
And what
order
if you don't live there?
we could ship. We
Ship.
ship
Okay.
worldwide, not
Nation.
United States wise, nationwide. We ship, but we really do. We get orders from like all around the United States, and it's really, really fun to see. And you order it, we print your label that day, and it goes out in the afternoon. So you'll get it the next day sometimes,
Wow.
depending where you live.
I love that. And thank you so much for being on the show. It was so much fun.
Thank you for having us. Really, I love your whole thing, the manifestation. You can really apply it. It's and like what you're doing is so ancient also.
Yes. Hey, if you like this podcast episode, please download it, give us a nice review, and follow us on Instagram at Journey with VRD to get all the latest and the greatest updates. Till next week.